Almost 6 decades since Chief Albert Luthuli died in July 1967. An inquest held shortly after his passing found that Luthuli's death was accidental. No one was found criminally culpable. Over the years, his family and the ANC had petitioned the authorities to reopen the investigation into his death. In its opening statement, the state suggested that new evidence will contest the initial finding of the September 1967 inquest that found Luthuli had been struck by a goods train in Groudville. First to testify in this inquest were SAPS officers attached to the TRC unit. Captain Godisamang Gamanyane was able to trace the inquest records of 1967 and its annexures.
I also attempted to trace any photographs relating to the late Chief Albert Luthuli, as none were reflected has been part of the inquest record. I was looking specifically for the crime scene or post-mortem photographs without any success. It means there were no photographs of the post-mortem was attached to this.
The third witness, senior investigator Lieutenant Colonel Thomas Steyn, revealed that he had found a letter written by the magistrate who presided over the original inquest to the Secretary of Justice that predetermined the outcome of the hearing. The letter was amongst a 600-page document obtained by investigators from the National Archives Centre.
It was, the newspaper clippings came from various newspapers, daily newspapers, English newspapers, Afrikaans newspapers, and there are numerous newspaper clippings.
Chief Luthuli's daughter-in-law was next on the stand. Wilhelmina Luthuli was the last person to see him alive. She revealed to the court that Luthuli had sustained an injury to his head and she observed no other injuries to his body when she found him at the hospital. She also refuted reports that Chief Luthuli had poor vision, was hard of hearing and unwell at the time.
The family never believed his untimely death was an accident. We could never reconcile his injuries with a collision with the train. That is all I wish to state.
The court also heard from Luthuli's grandson, Mthunzi Luthuli, who said he believes the government of the then Prime Minister John Vorster was responsible, and the reason was to silence Luthuli. Luthuli is expected to continue his testimony next week. Amongst the other witnesses who are expected to testify are the ANC's convener in KZN, Jeff Radebe. The inquest is expected to run until May. I am Mhlongo, SABC News, Pietermaritzburg.